Backing music was used illegally.
That XP was remarkable, unremarkable. He made the album to lift himself up and pull him out of the quagmire. Ain't we all, man? Ain't we all, brother?
I went on a stag do to London the other year.
Very special guest, XP from Flame Griller, the West Yorkshire rap crew. He's a top bloke. Buy everything he does.
The WYcast is made possible by people going on the XP homepage, www.exp.uk, and buying my albums on vinyl and CD and getting merch as well. So big thanks to everyone who has, and if you enjoy these podcasts, please consider helping out by going and buying some.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's nearly time for the WYcast Series 5. If I said I'd stop doing this, I clearly lied. To represent the area, I feel inclined. So I'm XP, I'm the bearded guy. Plays keys for Jamatoni and appears on mics. The youth aren't feeling it, my streams aren't high, but their moms bought my vinyl, I feel alright. Shouts to my regulars, it's all for you. If this is your first episode, all I do is talk to people who've got the fortitude to keep hip-hop alive. It's what they're born to do, and they're all representing West Yorkshire too. Promoting, producing, performing tunes. I find out the origins, stories, views, and on this episode I'm talking to
Skott 3, one of the most talked about names in the West Yorkshire hip hop scene, producing for everyone, including himself, putting out loads of music, worked extensively with Jack Danz, but there is no limit to who he's working with and no limit to how hard he's working. Just multi-talented in every facet, really. Rapping, producing, graphic design, videography. Yeah, a real threat, and yeah, every reason everyone's talking about him, and definitely blowing the fuck up. So this is a great chat we had on the hottest day of the goddamn year, last year in 2025. It's a good one though. Skott 3. Get that Ribena down your lad.
Yes.
The coldest guy in Dub Y on the hottest day of the year, man.
Oh, wow.
Big the fuck up. Mate, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining me in Hanover Square. First time I ever heard of you, bro, was you were already working with Jack Danz. And obviously we knew Jack Danz around here. And since then, you seem like ubiquitous with like work going on. Everyone's recording with you, everyone's getting beats off you, everyone's got you on a track, and it's just been mental watching you the last couple of years, man. So big the fuck up. This has been way overdue, man, talking to you. So yeah,
no, I was wondering when we were going to chat. So
yeah, man.
The show, man.
And apologies to people who I haven't got around to yet, because there's plenty of people in Dub Y who are like doing bits, you know what I mean? But it's like you can only do so many at fucking
it's per season.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to do them all because then there's nothing left.
That's it. Yeah. 2 series time, I want to do someone just as interesting as you know what I mean? But anyway, regardless, thank you so much for coming on, man. I imagine a lot of people would tune in. So, bro, I'm interested to know where it all started, because as I say, you just seem to come on the scene early doors. You're young as fuck, right? What's your birth year?
I don't know. I'm 98. It's my birthday.
98, plenty young, man. So. What's your route to? Did you grow up in West Yorkshire?
I grew up in West Yorkshire. Halifax. So I was born in Halifax.
Yes, right. There's not much of a hip hop scene.
There's none I don't know if there's some other Halifax person out there watching that I've missed, but growing up it was me, one Jack and then there's another guy who doesn't really do. He dabbles in hip hop. Ethan Mecco, Mech Beats, he used to be called,
right?
And he's got a few other aliases, but those guys are the only people I knew,
right,
who were like into hip hop as we like, as we know, like alternative sounds. Like there's loads of people who were like into grime, and because I was like a rapper at school, they would always be like, "Oh, let's battle rap," but I'd be like, "Yo, I'm not. That's not what I am."
Fair. What was your route into music then? Were you like, when was the first time you like heard rap or wanted to write?
A first memory of any form of rap is like Eminem Crack a Bottle, right? Because my cousin a family relation had showed me that my parents, they weren't against rap music, they just listened to like Meatloaf and Take That. So
what a mix.
My stepdad loved like Green Day and stuff, but I just ended up, because they were always like, "Oh, that's abusive music," and I was kind of like, I don't really see it that way.
No, of course, yeah.
So I ended up getting to like, I don't know, Eminem Crack a Bottle was the first song I heard. I was like, "Oh, this is dope," and then like loads of Lil Wayne later,
right?
And then that's when I started having inklings of wanting to like rap. And originally, I knew I wanted to do music at some point around then.
Yeah.
And like growing up, I just said to my mom, "Oh, I want to DJ," because I didn't want to say to my mom that I wanted to rap.
Right. Okay.
Because I thought, like, I don't know, because when I was that young, like a different.
Were you like embarrassed at the idea?
Yeah, I was
about,
embarrassed. Like, and when I told people would kind of roast me for it a little bit. But
really? Shit.
Yeah. I don't know, because in Halifax, like
it's
you
an
said,
unknown thing.
it's an unknown thing, and
Word.
it's kind of like abstract to want to be something like that.
I had Jack Flash a long time ago, and he said, like, coming from Yorkshire, it's a whole different thing because you've almost got to get past the idea that you're even rapping in the first instance.
Yeah,
Whereas if you like
exactly.
London, I want to be a rapper age 5, you're like, yeah, of course you can be a rapper, but I don't know whether it can
That's
work
where all the
around
rappers
it,
came from in the UK. Like when you're growing up, like more mainstream sound stuff. Like it's always like what. When I was in school, what was like the most popping rap thing is probably something like N-dubs or something.
Yeah,
like.
word, yeah.
And
yeah.
that's like your only reference for like the average person, really. So, but yeah, I don't. From there, I mean, like really, where I started rapping was like when I was like 16.
Right.
Like, and that was because of stuff like Danny Brown, Mac Miller, Earl
Sick.
Sweatshirt,
Yeah.
Action Bronson. You know, like that. Like 2013, 2012 to 2015, 2016 ASAP Rocky era. That was like I think my golden era of rap music.
Sick.
Growing up. Like,
And what was it? So what? And did you? So first time you put pen to paper, then what was the crack behind that? Just have a go one time.
Yeah,
I was
doing it from before I started rapping properly. Like I had written lyrics like
right, nice.
for a while, just because of listening to music that I liked. I just thought I'd try, and a lot of it was very much like I'd rap it to a beat that existed. Like I think.
Yeah.
And then I'd end up doing the exact same flow, but like different words. And then I just kept like, I don't know. That was for quite a while. And then when I was 16, I started working on my own stuff, like with this guy called Manu Mainetti from Huddersfield.
Oh man, legend!
Yeah,
legend.
yeah.
I've seen him at Pairside before as well. Like,
he's so
legend.
talented. He reached out to me. Like there was I put up a post like way back in when I first started, and I was like, oh, if you know me, like I'm actually gonna get like. You probably know that I'm into rapping, but I'm actually going to change this account basically into like a music account. And he messaged me and sent me some beats.
Wow.
And then, I mean, I just recorded them. I don't even think you can find those tunes now.
Right, okay. Because there's a few of you two together, so there's none of them. Like,
there's a there's a modern one now. We released a couple of years ago, which called Platter Plus, and that's like a 4-track EP. But that was like kind of overdue because of all the stuff we made in the past that didn't exist.
Right. But he was your first original beats that you were rapping on and shit.
Yeah,
then.
him
That's so
definitely.
cool.
And then it was my mate 26, who was someone who I'd just met through like raves and stuff. There was an event called Twisted Roots, which was like in Halifax, and there was a guy called Sam Butterworth who caught me. He'd caught me rapping on like. A cypher in Halifax, weirdly enough. I know they don't happen, but it did happen one time. And there was this Matty Harper and this guy called Jake Ryan were there rapping with me as well.
Dope.
And then Sam Butterworth came up to me and was like, yo, that was dope. I'd never hosted any kind of sets before. He was like, do you want to host my set? It was like 140s, which is not what I was rapping anyway. But I was like, yo, I've got nothing else going on.
Were you freestyling those when you met those guys, or did you have like pre-written?
I have some pre-written, but then I've always just been kind of like, I grew up practicing freestyling.
Sick.
So I feel like even when I was doing the hosting for Twisted Roots, that was a lot of freestyling, and because it just felt better because I had hip hop verses written, but I didn't have like loads of 140s. Fair. So I was just winging it all the time.
Nice. So from that point, and then you hosted a thing.
Yeah, I hosted that
mad.
thing, and then 26 was at that event, and then he was like, "Oh, okay." We just started hanging out, and then he's my best friend in the world now. Like, and he's even rapping on my beats nowadays because he started rapping.
Yeah.
Which is super out of nowhere.
When did your production come in then, bro? Because obviously you're a really prolific producer now. Like, when did those bits start?
No, thank you for the kind words, bro. But I would say, trying to think now.
You've rapped first, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I rapped for a long time, and then it was like, I mean, Danz and 26, I'd watch them produce a lot.
Right.
And then like I'd just ask them questions constantly.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't think enough like rappers do this because they don't have the intention of being like a producer. But like when I was kind of in my head like, oh, I want to be able to do this just fully independent, because I always felt like no one was really providing the beats that fitted me.
like it.
Like Danz definitely was like an avenue for stuff that was more left field whilst maintaining like that hip hop sound. But
yeah.
even where I'm at now with production, like, it's not where I want to be, but like it just came from just gradual. I couldn't even pinpoint a time.
Right,
like,
just sort of observing other dudes, talented dudes doing it,
and then
that.
like taking in information, studying, and then eventually I did do. So probably when I was 16, 17, I started producing roughly.
What do you reckon? What was the software?
Logic at the time, and then after Logic, I actually did a university course. I got a bachelor's degree.
Wow.
Yeah, in music production, just Calderdale College.
Sick.
But yeah, I got that bachelor's degree.
Sick.
And then from there, I was really serious about it. I only had a MacBook, a Logic, but I wanted Ableton. I know you could get it on there, but I just eventually sold some stuff like some Pokemon cards.
Sick
and then
guy.
bought a high-end like gaming laptop type deal to just run like
Mega RAM on it.
Yeah. And then,
sick.
So I've just been using that since. But I would say that is like the time when as soon as I got that laptop, that's when it leveled up.
Right,
because,
nice.
I just started taking it way more seriously because I'd invested in it. You know what I mean?
Talk to me about the Pokemon cards, bro. Were they some expensive ones that you collected
if
from
I'd
back
have
in the
kept
day?
them now, bro.
They'd be worth even more.
Yeah, ridiculously. There's so much.
No,
so much. Like, but this was only 4 years ago, and like I'd already sold them for like more than I'd ever considered. Like, and I didn't sell everything. I just sold like what I needed to get the laptop.
I like that set the wheels in motion for the career to improve. That you had to go, I've got to have to part with these things. Like,
I've always kind of been a guy who I hate wasting money, but I love spending money as well. So it's very much like whenever I buy something, it needs to kind of retain value. So like a lot of my hobbies are other music and gaming. It's kind of like focus. If I'm buying something, it's like I've got a mad comic book collection and just loads of random like more Pokemon cards, loads of vinyls. But like just because I know like that's better than just holding money.
Well, I always think out and out MCs. I meet a lot of them, and none of them have got a mic, even half of them. But producers, I could get this bit of equipment, I can get that compressor, I can get this, I can get that, and usually you end up just stacking up loads of stuff that you want.
After just every time I make money off of music or like anything, it's like mostly plugins nowadays. I'm just buying plugins, just trying to level up. That's what I kind of feel like the production game is. Like when I start spending more money on plugins, you can crack in, you can cheat the system, but I don't really want to do that.
Fair
so
play,
I just felt like that leveled up everything, because I don't know. I feel like it is like, obviously you the tools you have are the tools you have, but if there's definitely stuff like Sound Toys, which is like that. I bought all their collection. It's a plug-in sound effect collection, and that was like everything I made after that just sounded like way more higher quality in industry, because it was just better tools and stuff.
I see, fair play. So, because your production, I mean, as you say, it's like been coming on and evolving all these years anyway, but you kind of position yourself in a I hate the fucking phrase, but it's alt rap.
Yeah,
where it's like that is what it is. But genres are tricky, and anyway, isn't it? Like, what is hip hop and what is all the rest of it? But I always think you position yourself in a really dope way that's like not like exclusively in this category or that category. It kind of cuts down the middle somewhere, and it's really interesting. You're in your own lane with that. In terms of like you producing that, how do you go about starting? Because a lot of it is like, whoa, what do you even think about putting something like this together? Is it like, do you get proper wave to get there, or
no, not even a wave? Like I don't know. Like very much sometimes I'll be thinking, so some people might like sit for hours and try to think what is the best. Like, I need to find the best sample. I will just choose a sample, even if it doesn't sound like it has any musical like ideation at all.
Yeah.
And I will like force myself, like challenge myself to make something with that.
Interesting.
Like, and then like I'll just get it, like all the mix techniques I've got, all the knowledge I've stacked myself in how to mix my own stuff.
Yeah.
I'll just do that, like stretch out as much as I can until I've got something there, and then I'll export it, and then I'll just put it in a folder, and I'll just won't think of it for a week. And then when I listen to it again, I'm like, in the moment, I'm like, because I'm kind of doing it in a sense of just like stretching stuff in, and I'm not even sure what it'll be. Like at the time, I can't even really identify if it's like good or not, because I'm kind of deaf to it by the end of it.
You're into it, I get it. It's the day after the big test.
Yeah. So
what was I even doing last night?
But then those are some of the best stuff, like morning after sessions. Like I'll invite people over just to have like, because I obviously for like the WY heads, like and some Manny heads. Like I live in a slightly remote location now, to be honest, and I'll just invite them over to crash, and then we'll just like bash out music a whole night, and then by the morning you've forgotten what it sounds like. You can like re-go in on it all, and just like
I only had Doberman in a WYcast the other day, and he said he'd been over and visited you, and said it was a whole experience kind of thing, because he said himself, he's so like, it takes ages with the bars, and like, whereas your process seemed a lot more, he felt a lot more free, while you're working together, because you're just throwing ideas together and kind of making it work. Like, is that always your preferred style, really? Like, just sort of feeling it?
Honestly, yeah, and like, I'm just always saying to people, like, if you want to work, like, we've got to be able, like, I can't make you something that's like generic or been done in a way, you know what I mean? Like, it needs to be like, we're trying to just like keep it hard, like keep it like fresh, but like try and make something that's like completely, I don't know, I want to push boundaries, like I want to. And with Doberman, especially when he came over, I know kind of what he's like, but he's like a super veteran, like lyricist, man. Like he's like, I like writing. I can never come up with so many like punchlines like within a block of text, like, but he's really good at that.
Defo,
And I just think, I don't know, like I love to hear him with something with like 808s and bass heavy, but not like the typical like trap sound, like keep it hip hop, like, and the tracks we have together are really good.
Are they
like,
good,
yeah, they're really interesting.
I'm excited to hear them, definitely.
Yeah, man, we've got one we need to finish still, but yeah, he's mad because he came to mine one time. He drives and everything, he got on public transport to like get to mine, and it's like takes ages doing that. Like,
I've got the full experience of it.
Like,
knows what it's like.
Yeah, but then he could drove the next time. I was thinking like, one time he pulled up, he had work the next day as well. He just finished work. He came immediately after work, chilled for like an hour and a half, and then had to go again because he got public transport there. But he recorded what he had said. He was content
in that time.
That speaks levels for his commitment to music. Man. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah. So.
You were saying before about when you sample stuff, you'll challenge yourself to do some mad shit, and I think that is really typical of Jack Danz, his production as well. Like, sometimes you'll hear stuff in his beats and you're like, what the fuck even is that repeating on the every first beat of the bar and whatever, and it would just be some mad shit. How did you guys get to know each other? Like, when was the first time you hooked up with him?
With Danz, man, I was a huge Defenders of Style fan when I was in school.
Right, sick.
So
that reached over at Halifax to you?
Oh yeah, of course, man. Like, but yeah, I rated Danz. I mean, what was it called? Like, Deaf of Meaning.
Yeah, that's right. Deaf of Meaning. Yeah.
And then like I was into them like a lot. I did like them, and because I knew they were Northern as well, it made me even more into them.
Yeah.
And then they dropped the Upper Echelon. Yeah. That's what it was. And then up from that was so me coded.
Yes.
Like, because
it
like
was a really dark twist in the path of those guys.
And I think that's something that like. And when I try to identify what I like, I do like it like off kilter dark, but I do like light floaty stuff as well a lot, but still that's got to have something to it that's like a bit like off, like but he was so I was already a fan. There was an event called Sine Wave in Huddersfield that was run by one of the local Huddersfield guys, and he had booked them to be like, it was like a baseline rave. Right. But they had been booked to be like the support.
Upper Echelon or DS, what was it?
Upper Echelon. Oh, no, it was Defenders of Style.
Right,
it was Defenders on the lineup. Yeah. And then obviously I just went, and then I'd just seen Danz, and I was just like, fanboying a little. I think it mad to say nowadays because he's like my brother now. Yeah, but like he was. I was just like, I can't remember what I said, but I said something. And then he was like, oh, if you want to get some beats off me, you can.
Sick.
So I paid him like 100 for like 3 beats at the time. But then like I'd only paid him half up front, and I was like, he was just like, so was the other half when you recorded. I recorded the tracks, and then a few weeks after I was playing a gig in Barnes, like.
Sick.
And then he was also playing it as Defenders.
Oh man.
And then like I had recorded the tracks then, and I was playing the tracks then, and then he heard them properly, like, and he was like, oh, those are cool. He was like, don't even pay me the rest. He was like, you should just come to mine and work some more. And then I was like, yeah, obviously, yeah.
Mate, that's a big co-signing work, because I think so many people will go, love DS fam, can I get a beat off you? And he goes, yeah. And I know loads of people have, but he doesn't necessarily go, oh, that's free now and let's work on some more shit.
He's not never charged you again. I've never paid for anything other than one mix for a track that he didn't even produce, and I would just couldn't be bothered to mix it myself.
I paid him for mastering only recently, man. The guy's like,
bro, he's next
so
level.
dope for it.
And I'm still gonna. I don't know if there's other stuff I need to do. I'd still obviously like Jack Danz is worth the money paid.
Of course,
100%.
But also sick to work with someone in it on that level and just be like, want to work creatively with each other in it. Like,
but he very much just took me in. Like there was regular times where at first I would say even at that point I wasn't a great rapper. I just had recorded a couple great songs for him to get into me. Like the tracks I had made with him were like my best stuff.
Sick.
And that's what he had heard from me. So everything prior to that felt like a bit like, I didn't really want to show because I wasn't there with it yet. But then it just it's progressed, and
you
then we
ended up putting an album out together, didn't you? Put a CD out together recently.
So that's the second thing we've done together, because he released an album called Die Living, which maybe 2021 or something, and that's what we made over the entire time of knowing him. At that point, and all the best stuff. He put that out as his album, and I was basically just featured on every track, which was a huge cosign again. It did a lot for me. And loads of people who, I don't know, it felt hard to get taken seriously, but then I started because of that. I had a credit, and
people take his shit real seriously, and across the world as well, man. Like his podcast on this, I had Australian people in the comments going that's my boy, and how's he spread out that much? But it's dope,
man.
So it's gonna spread your listenership, innit?
Yeah, well, definitely. But it just in terms of just being taken more seriously, that helped more, because I could chat to people, and then even when I went down to Brighton, the Compound Boys who knew who I was off the back of that, and then I ended up working with Vitamin off the back of that, and then I don't know, just kind of evolved. And me and Danz then released Permafrost, which is all me rapping with Danz producing every track, then I got a Joe Snow feature on there, which was on the bucket list from when I used to listen to Defenders.
Man, you're ticking off all your bucket list shit. It's cool that you were just a young kid listening to that shit, and then you ended up just working with them. That's got to be a massive
trip. It's got to be manifestation to some effect, man. Because I used to I used to want that shit to happen. Not with just Defenders, obviously. There's a whole cast of rappers in the world that I've dreamed about that happening with.
Of course, but that was within touching distance, though. That sort of thing. You can imagine that happening.
But then he released that, and then we're about to release the sequel to our first project, Die Living 2, which is the first one was very much in the realm of still keeping it trap rap music, but now it's it's so just out there now.
Really?
This one, you
got mad weird with it.
Mad weird with it. But some of the tracks are what you expect, some of them are not what you expect at all.
Wow.
So
we're looking forward to that. Is that going to be 2025 drop? Or
it should be end of this year. 2025.
CD?
CD, cassettes.
Sick.
So we did the first one as cassette. I want to do a vinyl as well, just trying to work that out right now.
Skott 3 vinyl would be sick. Surely there'll be people wanting to get that.
Yeah, I've had a few people ask for it. It's just ridiculously expensive. I'm sure you know.
It's dollar in it. There seems to be a few more opportunities to do crowdfunding things these days, so you can kind of almost get your money up front with that. I know, I keep getting adverts for something called Elastic Stage.
I was about to say that.
I haven't used it yet, and I'm waiting for someone to. So I want someone to jump.
Used it.
And did he have a good experience?
Yeah, and he said it is a good experience.
Perfect.
It's somewhat what I understand is, they charge 30 on the vinyl, and you can keep £9 of it, but then they go through the whole process of printing, demand, everything, and shipping it out to them. You don't have it on hand.
The vinyl's a lot, but I suppose if you're exclusive, it's it is what it is, isn't it?
I guess that's just the cost of that service, though.
100%. Yeah, it's fair.
I guess with inflation, it used to be 2025, so maybe 30 is about right.
Yeah, it's about right.
Coming up to that,
I saw a picture of a £10 note crossed out and people have written 5 on it, and it does feel like that's happened. You know what I mean? The worth of everything's changed so massively. Live stuff, bro. Because I think for the first time, maybe the first time I heard of you, it was you live on stage with Danz. In fact, I feel like it can't be this recent, but it was Pairside where he had a set and he got you up rapping there, and I feel like it was the first time at least I'd seen you in the flesh. Maybe I'd heard your name before that. Have you once you got rapping back 16, 17, were you always like keen to get out there and perform and stuff? Was like
I was performing before I had like the songs I was properly proud of as well, just because I just rated rapping, and like even though I didn't have songs, I could rap. Like I could freestyle and like come up with stuff like kind of quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was just a lot of that like on cyphers and stuff, and then yeah, I mean any opportunity I've had to perform, I've taken.
Yeah.
Like I mean when I was like people. I think it was like 2017, 2018, maybe. I supported like 4 Hours and Dirty Dyke.
Sick. Amazing.
And then
Where at?
I'm in Warehouse.
Oh, sick,
and
right.
yeah, super random. That was me and 26 supported him. That's how I met Rob, and I also met Petrelli through that.
Nice.
Because Petrelli was supporting them as well.
There's a guy I want on the podcast, but the guy's like ethereal.
Ghost.
He just pops. Your ghost is the right.
Yeah.
He just pops up, and you're like, oh, there is the music, and then disappears off. Sent him a few DMs, but like, what can you do, man? Like,
Bro, it's gonna be hard to get that, I think. But yeah, I mean, he's a legendary guy. I think that just adds to how legendary he is.
yeah,
like,
it helps. Creates the scarcity, doesn't it? Like,
yeah,
like,
it does. And bro, music's next level.
Defo.
Yeah.
You've always rapped in your own voice. Was there ever a point where you've put energy in, like you? That's your whole shtick is rapping just like you're talking to me now.
Yeah, no.
Did you ever raise it to a point where you? Because obviously people, I'm thinking about rappers that I know around WY, and they'll vary from like just projecting to like shouting and everything in between. But I've never seen you break sweat. I think
with the live sets, I do break the sweat a bit.
Maybe I haven't seen you live enough, but I feel like you're always on a level with it.
Yeah, no, I think that's what adds to it though, because I do it like so like just how I do anyway. That when it's live, it's just my talking. I can push it further.
Okay.
So, like, but yeah, I like.
Is it a conscious decision though? That is it. Like I need to just. Scott 3's a mellow guy. Like
because I used to rap like putting something into it. And then I just like some of my favorite artists I was listening to at the time, like I don't know, like Earl Sweatshirt, or and I even get this stuff from like even gigs or something. Like
I know when I think about it, MF Doom, I've never heard Doom on a track like that.
And I just always thought it sounded better when I didn't force myself. But nowadays, it's switching because I've noticed I've got this project I'm working on with Benoit. Who's an artist who I think I can't remember exactly where he's from originally, but he lives in Manchester now. He used to live in Leeds, but he's super talented. He's like very musical, so he plays all the instruments, but he's got like really techie production as well. With him, I've been pushing my voice way more, like and like keeping it calm, but able to like push it out now because I've always just kind of done that.
Yeah.
But now that I've done it for so long, being this way, it's hard to do. Like I can't like find the rhythm of it.
Fair enough. I think it's kind of what people are expecting to see as well. Like, which isn't a bad thing, man. It's good. It's a good shtick to have, like, for not tiring yourself the fuck out. Because there's people who are just like, voice is gone after 3 tracks. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I always liked him, man. If a track's just got a chill vibe to it, I feel like the chill voice just adds. And it's just like it's like in the middle of it. But it also can work the other way. I've heard some amazing tunes like that mellow grime. The mellow grime stuff that's popping up. Where it's like
with high
obviously,
vocals.
They're really high vocals, but the most chill beat you've ever heard. Like, I love that stuff. So
you get some American artists sometimes who are just like. I mean, you said him before. Your man who works with Alchemist. Fuck, his name escapes me. Sounds like Ghostface Killer.
Action Bronson.
Yeah. He's always super hype on really chill, nice beats. Like, over the last couple of years, you've been doing more to kind of create a production and like. Well, you've been putting on nights and shit, and I know you've been working with you set up Shxtshow with a bunch of other dudes. What is that still an ongoing project, or is that like seeing its time?
With Shxtshow, it's very much just like there's no pressure on it to be anything at this time. Really, it's just started as just like kind of a passion project because we wanted to do gigs.
Yep.
There's not really anyone offering too many gigs around here. No. There is people like yourself.
Of course,
but for like consistency's sake, I was seeing that there was no like monthly event.
Agreed. It needed to happen. I remember talking to Crooks about it and just being like, at the point one died, like you guys seemed to just come up, and it was just the right time that you guys were putting stuff on, because it is so necessary. There's something for it.
Yeah, and like, but now it's come to a point where I just like, obviously I live near Manchester now. I still come here, but Chris is also going away, Crooks, and then
is he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to Canada.
Oh, shit.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
so,
I didn't know that. But everyone's bouncing.
Yeah, everyone's bouncing. but the thing is, there's no official say on whether we're gonna just like shut it or anything. Like that's not. It's not something I even want to say or do. You know what I mean? Like
it might make things trickier to do like a regular monthly sort of thing.
Yeah, well, we are slowing down now because again, like for me, things are picking up a lot. Obviously, like I said, Crooks is going away, and it just. Like when I started Shxtshow, I lived in Leeds.
Yeah.
Now I don't.
Yep.
And it just makes sense that I just like really like get into what I'm already trying to do, because I'm already trying to do so much. Never mind
that's
that.
it, and you stretch yourself out. But it's important. I mean, it's really important that people are taking up that responsibility, because you're right. There isn't enough things going on, and there is plenty of artists, but not very much for them to do or to go or to build the community with it and stuff. So like with you guys doing that, it is really sick. Depending on if it continues, but I know what it's like to like start something regular and be like, my God, this is like
a lot.
Churning it out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can be a lot, man. So
but we are intending to. I don't want it to be gone forever by any intent, but like when someone's offered to us, like even like so for example, we did the Suzanne one, which is a Scottish artist who came down.
Yeah,
and then we did the Danz and Joe Snow one. That
You've just done that. You just came back from that, and I didn't speak to you about it because it wasn't. I mean, when this comes out, it's going to be a month or two hence. But that was like the Lucidia album launch. Lucidia label launch almost.
No, not label launch, but it was like the Death Sentence 2, which is Danz and Joe's project, but. That was just like they haven't even released the project though. This is the
on the night. Yeah, I thought that was when it was out.
That's what I thought. It's over.
So what was it? Just a teaser gig?
I said to him, like they were saying, Danz was saying to me, it's meant to be like, we're gonna release the Death Sentence 2 project. We want to do release party for it. So we organised the release party. And I told them the date. And then the album project hasn't come out yet, but it's due. It is due, from what I know.
But I guess you guys got the exclusives on that. Then, so everyone who turned up that night heard shit that you still can't hear now. So
it was a good turnout. It was like I was happy with that.
Yeah, you guys do well. I think Crooks kind of on his podcast alluded to the fact that you guys are trying to aim at maybe a younger market, because I think there's kind of older hip hop dudes doing kind of older hip hop stuff, and that's maybe not as accessible for a younger audience, whereas Crooks kind of said that you guys were kind of aiming it, to a younger audience who want to go out and see the nights and stuff like that.
I think that just comes with just like choosing acts, because like we just wanted to not like as well as represent everyone, like from like the older heads like you're saying to like the auto tune like madness to like just like the grimier stuff, like, and just like we wanted to make sure every lineup we were trying to plan out so that it like escalated in like hype, basically. Of
course, yeah.
That very much so trying to just aim it towards like a different crowd rather.
Fully, yeah.
But yeah, it's not done for Shxtshow. It's just an open book right now, and just see where it goes. I could get offered something pretty cool like next month and be like, I'll take you up on that, and then we'll put on one in a few months' time.
So they might be a bit more sporadic now anyway. It's not like something you're going to regularly put in, which kind of brings us to the point where we need a regular night again.
Yeah. Someone's got to do it who can commit, man, but it's just hard, bro.
It needs to be like I'm trying to sort it out in a minute, but I think it needs to be like a team of people, because I think one thing you guys did really well was there'd be fucking 5 of you who were sorting it. You had Searle and Crooks and other people who were like involved in the process of putting it on, and I think it just takes a little bit of pressure off your back. I did these block parties with pair sides, so chills and stuff, and it just, rather than like XP presents, she's just like XP organises everything, and it tires you out by about the second or third thing you put on. Whereas I think there's a group of you like regularly just keeping something ticking over and taking responsibility for it. I think like a little community thing could work, where because I still feel like West Yorkshire needs somewhere that's like, we're going to be playing West Yorkshire hip hop in here. There's definitely going to be people performing in here who are from round, and it's always going to be happening here on this date, on this Saturday, on Wednesday, or whatever the fuck it is. I think it needs to happen, bro.
It needs like a Dub Y night.
Do you know what I mean? I think that has to happen. Definitely.
I think that would be that would make a lot of sense as well in terms of like what it already represents.
Yeah, at worst case scenario, DJs playing our shit. Do you know what I mean? And that's definitely happening for those 3-4 hours. Do you know what I mean? That's cheap and cheerful, isn't it?
Yeah,
and then you can put people on.
I honestly feel like if you formed like an Avengers-esque team, like you could bring some together.
Yeah,
like,
word. It's definitely a consideration.
There is people around here who really want it, and I think one of the hardest things is people not like communicating and working together as well as they should. Because I do a lot of stuff like, and I wouldn't be able to do it if I didn't have the backing from my friends and stuff that I did. Like,
everyone's like lone planet in it, and everyone's a solo artist or a group or whatever. And everyone's got, the thing is like, if you work 40 hours a week, you've only just got a little bit of extra time to do your music. So it's like, then you aren't going to go on and spend all this time on fucking community as well. So I see the issue, but there definitely needs to be more communication on that level, man. Going off on a tangent, you've kind of alluded already that you've got like loads of projects in the works. Like who are we looking at that you've got stuff yet to come out with?
Yeah, so I was saying like I live in two with Danz.
When's that? That's due this year, you reckon?
Yeah, no, we are planning it. So I mean, end of this, they'll run down in my year so far. So end of this month, I'm dropping an EP, which is you'll really like this one. Yeah? It is very much up your street.
Sick.
It's produced by Big VHS, who's not a Dub Y producer.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's from Cornwall. Maybe I'm wrong. He's from down south somewhere.
Yeah.
But he's a super nice guy, amazing like hip hop producer.
Yeah.
Amazing producer in general. Like he's genuinely like so talented with it. And then so I've mixed and mastered it all myself. I've recorded it. It's just me. It's got a Hatred feature on it.
Sick.
And then 4-track EP. It's called Times Like This.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'll send you through when it
I'd
drops.
Like to hear it, yeah, please do.
It's like the most hip hoppy thing I've ever done.
Right.
Like true hip hop.
Wow.
And then so after that, I've just got loads of singles, like weirder bits to drop with like some visuals and stuff. I Live in 2 tape with Danz, this tape with Benoit. That's stuff that's just me rapping on. But as far as production, it's like
you've been giving out beats enough, right?
Yeah, well, Kai P, who's amazing rapper from Manchester.
I've not heard of him. Nice.
Honestly, so good. He's the first person who I've worked with over the them sides, and I've made some really good music. Duckling Curls.
I've seen a bit of that. Yeah. Is that a money guy as well?
He's from Huddersfield, Duckling, so he's Dub Y. Yeah.
Shit, right.
But he's in Australia right now.
Okay.
But when he's back, he definitely should
get him on.
He's like, he's really talented, Duckling, and so. Other Manchester heads like Conduit. I've got a track with Chill Smith to drop in the next few months.
You're
really
rapping?
Cool. Yeah, both of us rapping.
Sick.
We both. He produced the beat originally. The track's actually like 3 years old. We made it like time ago, but it was like the only one that we both really felt strongly about. And then he came to mind like a month and a half ago, and we just finished it, filmed some visuals. It's literally all ready to go. Like I'm pretty sure it's fully like mixed and mastered as well. Like I'm pretty sure we bought that, and then just trying to work out when to drop that. Yeah, man, there's just a lot of people. Like I'm probably forgetting loads of names, but
so have you started expanding into Manny a bit more? Have you been going out at nights there to like meet dudes or what?
Not as much as I should be, because I just like recently it's just been so crazy. Like obviously I've been there a year now, and then like it's half of that time was settling in, half of that time was meeting people. Now I'm in a spot where it's like I feel comfortable, so going forward, plan to do a lot more promotion them sides, but really it's just through internet and through mutuals. I got really lucky, to be fair, because Kai P and Duckling, I knew Kai P through Duckling. When I've worked with Kai P, he was like, "Oh, we're in this group chat, I'll just add you." And then it was just loads of Manchester people.
Sick.
And then they just all got onto me, and I started working with them. People like Conduit and MP Riley. Loads of guys over there.
It's just you chuck some beats in and like
and then just like worked with them. There was this crazy session when I went over in this group chat, and it was like everyone, like we were all trying to meet because we were all in this group chat. Most of us hadn't met, so Conduit and Inigo, this producer, he has this amazing studio in Manchester, Salford, I think. He invited everyone to the studio. Nobody thought as many people would come, but like basically everyone in that group chat came, and the studio was like packed to like 20 people. Like it was crazy.
Good for vibes, bad for recording.
Yeah, and people were recording though. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah. The people, yeah, literally that. But it was, it was good, and it's good to have like links on both sides. Like I love working with people in Leeds. Someone I forgot to mention, I'm working with a lot of Hatred as well.
Man,
loads of music with Hatred.
Yeah,
he is. Honestly, the stuff we've made some like really like stuff you expect, but then like we've started working on stuff a couple of weeks ago where I was like, just let me go crazy with the production, crazy with the mix, and we'll just make something so unconceivably out of the box.
Nice.
But it's come out nice, like, but it is just super out there.
I bet, man.
But
I love that creativity of you guys, and you specifically, bro. Like, it does seem like you're just on a let's just make this mental, man. Let's try and make something original, man. Like, I don't know, it's dope that you've got that in you, because I feel like you could be a bit more, oh well, these are the blueprints for what's successful right now, so we can almost copy and paste this vibe. But you just seem miles apart from that.
But I would even argue that the blueprint for success is ever changing as
True
well.
True story.
So even the artists that I look like who are popping right now in my eyes, and who I think are like really like and absolutely crushing it, clearly people like Led by Her, which is like she's like a singer rapper from London, but yeah, she's amazing. And then SD Kid, who's a Scouser who like raps over like rage trap beats, but he's like huge now, like he's gone massive, and he's from Liverpool.
Crazy.
But he raps like how a Scouse person was, but making like Playboy carty shit whilst rapping in English.
Mad.
Yeah, but I would say those are very new sounds, what those two people are doing, and they're having amazing success with it. So for me, success is just trying to crack what that is for me.
Fully, what your sound is and what your vibe is. How do you cotton on to these dudes, man? Because like I end up hearing these people like 4 years down the line. Do you know what I mean?
Those
like,
are from TikTok, honestly.
Is it? Yeah. And then you are quite busy, well, reasonably busy on TikTok. Do you find it a good resource for like getting people to listen to your shit?
Yeah, I mean, I don't post as much as I should. Like,
how much should you post?
I don't know. I think
5 times a day.
I think there basically is twice a day. It's
really?
If you want,
God.
But it's not. With TikTok, you've got to kind of, what I understand is it's like Instagram stories. It's not like Instagram posting. So it's just like kind of, you can be more like...
Chilled with it.
Yeah. But again, to do those, I'm just pulling that number out of what I've heard other people say. But I do see it because like when your video's gone up and the views have stopped, it seems like it hits a point, and then like when you post another one, it starts running it again. So it just seems like you've just got to keep it churning. But I end up so locked in on the creation of stuff that I just like forget to do that
bit of it, which I think is like it's the right way to be, but also it's tricky because it's such a busy market full of so many people you're catching listeners' attention that you need to kind of stay in there. Yeah, I mean, stay in the mindset. Because I'm on TikTok with Jamatoni, and I posted a few videos. They've done all right, more views than like the YouTube by long shot.
Yeah.
But like, I can't find the transition from there to, listening or buying shit or whatever. And I'm like, but I probably don't do it enough because I'll like post one video and then not for a month or something.
I think it's hard to like view it as like something as like, to get from here to there. Whereas I think it just has to be something in the camp of I'm just doing it to do it, and like then stuff will come. But I think with that thing is, like TikTok is probably the best for getting your name out there, like in terms of new people, because whenever you post, it doesn't show it to followers. It just shows it to new
every
people.
Fucker who
like,
just looking, so they'll catch some random guy's eye or whatever. Like,
and I've had like genuine like followers who still support me to this day, just offer that, like, so
it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Sometimes it's only one person, but it's like that's another one that just adds up. Like,
yeah.
It's all about just getting the name out there. So however it takes, man. Like,
last time I spoke to you was at the first block party, and you said you were doing some bits for Lucidia to try and like help them with their socials a bit more.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously it's all up in the air, but me and Danz have spoke about it a lot, and we're gonna do it where it's I'm going to help him with Lucidia and do all the... he's got so much music stacked, and like he just works on a lot, and I feel like we can definitely push it into a new area with like doing like Lucidia events and like getting actual socials up and like pushing physicals and stuff and turning it into a proper label basically.
So even though you've got 1,000 things on, you might take that on as well, like as a project. It'd be cool.
The thing is, with certain stuff is like some opportunities are like even if you've got a billion things on, some opportunities are too good to turn down.
100%.
Like, and you
have
can't
to make space for that shit in your diary.
Yeah, and it's not happening right now. And as much as that, he's already got all the music done.
Yeah.
And I'm already kind of savvy with like the technical side of stuff. So I just feel like it wouldn't be too much as like committing a day or two every now and then when he needs it to like plan shit out and then get the deadlines in. And then, it just makes sense, man. Like,
nice.
There's other stuff. I do a lot of work for this brand called Power.
Oh yeah.
Like, the guys who made this t-shirt and this.
Right.
But like, they hired me for the video work, and like those are from those are just my mates from the internet, like
Sick.
just from the internet. And then now it's the actual work. They're doing really well.
So you do video bits as well, right?
Yeah, I do.
So is that just something you taught yourself as well in the process of all
everything
this?
I taught myself, cause like artwork as well. Like,
Yeah,
so
a lot
I
of
do
people hit you
Photoshop.
up for artwork,
like,
right?
Yeah. So I like with me, all these kind of skills did come from like a slight bit of spite, I guess, because I would just kind of very much like I didn't want to have to rely on other people basically at all.
Want to be a one-stop shop for it?
Yeah. I just wanted to like. There was times where I could have had more music out sooner if like the people who I was working with at the time, at these times way back, like. When I decided to learn, if they would have been out sooner if I wasn't waiting on artwork and videos. But if it was in my hands, I would have had it done so fast.
So that's what made you do it?
Yeah.
Have you always been a bit useful with artwork and stuff like that? Were you drawing as a kid and that?
I was drawing, yeah. I guess I got an iPad, and then my ex was always on their iPad drawing, and I just kind of picked it up from like doodling on there and just practicing graphic design. And then obviously because of you're an artist uploading to distribution, you need to know how to format it to get it onto
the right size, thumbnail, blah, blah.
Yeah, to get it everywhere. So then Photoshop came into it, and then just spending a lot of time on that. Again, like I was saying with Danz, asking questions, doing that with people I knew did that stuff, and just asking loads of questions and just like taking in everything they said.
That's
and
it.
Just trying to be like, just taking in. And every time I see something I like, I'm just always like Googling how it's done and just trying to crack it, and then just experimentation.
I wish as many people in Dubai were self-sufficient as you, because I think a lot of people do rely on this, that, and the thing. And in a way, it's good because they rely on the cottage industry of like, well, you can pay this guy for artwork, or you pay this guy for recording, and pay this guy for mastering and stuff. So it's good because everyone gets to eat, and maybe pay this guy for the video. So everyone gets to kind of eat from the same thing, but at the same time, so many people are just like, oh man, if you'd have just picked that up, you could have moved on it, and like,
and then it'd have been out, and you'd have been on to the next thing.
Exactly, yeah.
But I think I don't like the way I am is just how I am, just because I want this more than anything.
Yeah.
And growing up, I kind of realized like, it has to be on me.
Yeah.
And I can't be at I still reach out to other people to do artwork for me, because one thing I'm not amazing at is like drawing, like really like I'm not like an amazing artist. I can doodle and I can draw, and I'm getting better, but there are just people who are just like insane like painters and drawers, and
of course,
obviously you want to, like you say in cottage industries, you still want to like put money in, but it's got to be worth it as well.
Yeah, of course.
So it has to be something that fits the vibe, and I have to know what I'm seeing when I'm listening to something, or like if I've created something, I know what it is in my mind, what it needs to look like.
You said just then, and I liked it, I want this more than anything.
Yeah.
What do you see as this? Like, is that the music to work and be a successful career for you, or what's that?
I want to just be fully like you said, self-sufficient, but I want like to live off this, and I only work part-time now. I've managed to get to that.
So half some music.
Yeah, so half some music,
creative
and
stuff. That's amazing, man.
But it's not just music, it's video. I'm looking like Power. They've provided me with a little bit more of a comfort blanket now, because they've been paying me for bits.
Sick.
And doing like mixing and mastering for some people, and then I'm doing even filming music videos like for artists. But like, so it's just kind of added up. I was already working part-time before I had that stuff, and just risking it.
Yeah.
Like, and just being like, I already had some savings, so I was like, I'll just risk it, if it ever gets too bad, I'll just work full time.
Jump back
but
in
it's
again.
not happened yet. So,
mate, congratulations to you, because that's
thank you,
not
bro.
easy, man. Like at all. Like there's plenty of really dope people in the scene who are having to just work full-time jobs.
It's
It's just
hard as-
not that easy.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time being broke whilst working full time to make sure that when I worked part time, I wouldn't have
You'd
to
have a
live
blanket.
like that.
I get you. So, what services are available if someone watching this, they can get mixing and mastering from you, they could get a music video from you?
I'm not the best. Like for certain sounds, you can mixing and mastering for me. Like, don't come to me for like bass line or anything like that. Yeah, for like the weird hip hop stuff, I can do mine. Like which
stuff.
a lot of people in our scene are like happy with. Like, and like I've been mixing some more like commercial stuff recently, commercial rap, like trap stuff for some Manchester people, and they're really happy with
They're
what I
rating
did.
it, yeah.
And I didn't think that would be the case.
Mate, I'm like that sometimes. People send me shit and I'm like, oh, this is a bit, but
Yeah.
and then they're happy. I'm like, oh, I must be okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think as well. Because I had it recently, and I was saying to the guy before, and I was like, look, like, I don't know if I can do this for you, because I'm not the typical producer. Like, I'm not trying to do. I can point you in that direction, because I know people who can, but. Yeah, then he came over, we did it. He was like, "This sounds amazing." And I was just like in my head, like, "Oh man, what?"
That's all that matters, isn't it? Like, as long as the client's happy, man. Like, yeah.
But like, I mean, obviously because stuff's happened so fast, it's like hard to even trust myself when money's coming into it. Like, even when I'm taking money for videos, I'm a bit like, "Oh, can I do this?" But then everyone's happy by the end, so
That's good. Maybe that self-doubt is a bit of it makes you not half-arse it.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean? You gotta be right.
Yeah, I don't want to half-ass it. I'm like, because it's my name on it, and then other people see it, and then they'll be like, "Oh, that guy did that," and yeah, I don't want to. But yeah, makes him like that. Not more so. What I'm really trying to offer is like videography services, graphic design, Photoshop. Yeah, selling beats, production.
So people
stuff.
can hit you up for beats.
Yeah,
of
people
all
can
varieties.
hit me up for beats. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
And some artwork and some videos potentially.
Yeah. That's that's just what I tried to do, and it wasn't even something that I was trying to sell to people. It's just something I've learned myself. That now that when I do release my own visuals, like this artist called MP Riley, he was like, "Oh, I want you to do a video." So it's like, but like, you know, the Scott freestyle, and like, so it's kind of like,
It's got your own style, got your own technique. That's cool.
Just
People
be
saying
lo-fi
that.
and crunchy, really.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Is your real name Scott, by the way?
No, it's not.
Why did you call yourself Scott 3?
Because when I was like 17, I just got into some trouble with the police essentially.
Okay.
And then I mean, like, I can just talk about it really. Like, I guess for MDMA possession, like, but quite
possession
a bit.
as well, not even.
Well, yeah,
not with intent.
But they were trying to plug it as intent. To be fair, but yeah, so I got scooped on that, and I was only 17. Yeah,
At least you were underage.
8 days before my 18th though, so. You know, it's a sign. I hadn't touched anything after that. I've never even touched MD again after that, because I was just I was already rapping at that point. I didn't have a rap name. I was just rapping.
Yep.
And then that happened. My mate was like, obviously it passed. Like, the event passed.
And did you get away scot-free?
Yeah, and I got away. And my mate was like, "Oh, you got away scot-free," and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty hard, to be fair."
Love that.
And then he just stylized it like SKOTT, then the number 3.
I like it.
And then it just went from there. And I just I don't know, like something happened where I was like, that makes sense, and it never have made sense before. Like,
You must have people calling you Scott all the time.
all the time, but it's kind of a good way. Like, only my family and my partner and really close friends call me Scott. Call me Luke. That's my actual name, Luke.
Right, yeah.
And then everyone calls me Scott, but I'm used to it. I'm easy with you get called XP all the time. I don't know your name.
Not enough, but
yeah.
I put Ben in my freaking Instagram profile because that's what I
I did know that actually.
Yeah. But no, I think it's an absolutely sick name. It proper works.
I feel like I grew into it a lot, and even nowadays, I do the art stuff and video stuff I put under Scotty 3 billion.
Nice,
Just as a new.
And there was O113zing as well that kind of used the 3 in the cold thing.
Which is obviously that's a Defenders reference as well from upper echelon, where it's Danz literally says, "Oh, 111 freezing," but then obviously I'd clocked that my name was inside of it.
Yes.
So I said to Danz, "With your permission,
Yes.
can I do this?"
I
And he was
love
like, "Yeah,
that.
obviously."
Sick, I love that.
But I just thought it was a good, like, to the people who know, like, it was a good little nod, like.
Sick. So next few years ahead, where would you like to see Skott 3? You know what I mean, in terms of performances and releases and stuff like that? Is it just a question of trying to level yourself up to a place where everyone in the UK knows who you are, or?
Yeah, the thing is, it's a complicated question because I
It
don't
is.
really like to. Like, I like to envision my future, but not into like such specific terms. Like, in my eyes, like, I love doing music, I love rapping, but I really love just being creative more than anything. Like, and I always feel as if I'm always gonna do music regardless of how it pans out.
Yeah.
But really, I feel like even if there's no place as like a rap career as such, I feel like there is definitely a place for me as like a creative director or like some kind of management situation, like, and like I feel like I can help people with what I've learned and like just try. I don't know, like I've still got loads to learn, but I feel like I definitely have spent a lot of time trying to study what you have to do to try like leverage yourself through a music industry.
Yeah.
But that's kind of why I'm not phased if it doesn't work out for me, because I know
You'll
as long
have
as
your
I
finger in a different pie.
yeah, I'll have my figure a different pie, and the crowd I do have, even if it's a small underground, like I'll be good, because I'm already like doing like I'm not doing amazingly well, but I'm doing it better than I ever thought I would.
Of course, yeah. So it's all bonus from there on.
Yeah, yeah.
And as you say, and I think this is a really important thing, and it's really important for me as well, like it's just that constant creativity. If you're able to be in a position where you can be creative your whole life and enjoy it and like have control over that creativity, just life's good, isn't it? Like,
that's all I want, man. I just want to be able to I just want to be able to focus on like doing fun and like artsy stuff and just like pushing like just keeping it going, whether it's through me or through someone else.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I mean, in terms of performance, ideally though, in the terms of rapping, I would also love to play more shows, and it is happening. Yeah. Like more than it's ever happened before, and I'll just keep trying to grow it and just keep like releasing stuff.
Sick as fuck.
And that's the plan.
Sick. Skott 3, I'm going to call it there, I think, man. It's been an absolute do. Big the fuck up, bro. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you, of course, man.
That was Skott 3, proper hero. It was so sick to sit down and chat, because I've seen him at a few gigs here and there, but we never got the chance to actually just kick it and talk about what made him tick. So yeah, it was really nice to get to chat with him. If you're not already plugged in, go and support the hell out of his music. There's plenty of it out there, and there'll be more to come. Dope as hell. Until next time, big up!